Right.
any kind of God at all.
What did you say your name was?
Martin.
Martin. Okay, my name is Suboor.
Charles.
Well, I'm going to have one conversation at a time.
Is it one-on-one? Can't we both?
Well, it's a bit difficult. I try and have one conversation at a time.
Can I go first then?
I know, I'd rather speak to him first.
I don't mind.
Is it alright if I speak to him first and then I'll speak to you later?
If we together.
Okay, if you want to.
Good.
So, you say that there is no God?
No, I'm saying I don't believe in. I don't have any proof of reason to believe in a God.
So, you're like a agnostic, would you say?
How do you define atheist?
Someone who has a lack of belief in God, not someone who says outright there is no God.
And yeah, you can say agnostic. I don't have any good reason to believe in God. I don't believe there is God. I can't say to you there definitely is no God. Because then you could say to me, prove it.
I'm an agnostic atheist. I don't know God and I don't believe there is a God.
And do you think this is a rational position to hold?
Me personally, yes.
Okay, why is it rational?
My rationale says I need
You guys come here? Is it okay? I'm so sorry, guys. Is it okay?
if you could present evidence for this God.
Sorry? Do you not have the sitting down thing?
You can, but it's wet.
Do you not have a way of, because one of the things we do is we have a seating arrangement.
I'm cool. I'm quite understanding.
So you're a punk? Wait, let me clean.
Maybe against something I
How many is there? One or two?
Huh? No, I just want to talk to you, one guy. I don't want one's fine.
I've spoken to him. Me and him, but it's good.
So have a seat.
It's dry enough, but it's good. Not.
Let me do a one-to-one conversation. I can speak to you later.
What he wants to do.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable being right in front of this camera like this. I'm more comfortable being off camera just having yours.
But you know, everyone's going to film them. We're saying, because in the
But what happens in the park is every conversation is filmed.
they'll come.
Yeah, I don't mind if he's not talking over here and someone's walking by filming. It doesn't bother me, but I'm not comfortable being.
The setting, the whole setting.
Yeah, he's not comfortable. I am comfortable, and I am an atheist. He can talk to me.
Okay.
And I'm happy to just sort of listen and
sit down,
maybe
Okay.
jump
Okay.
in if
No
there's
problem.
something I
No
feel
problem.
I can add. But if he's comfortable, let him be. And
Okay.
I am comfortable.
No, so since he's comfortable talking on camera, we can speak to him, and you can join in when you feel like.
Okay, can we have you guys here?
Okay. Yeah.
Just here.
Yeah.
No, let's sit down first. He doesn't want to be on camera.
Okay.
Okay, sit down.
What's your name?
Charles.
Charles. Okay.
You know, one thing, you might keep it there because no
I think he's going to give me a mic, which I'm going to move around. Charles.
Yes.
My name is Suboor.
Oh, Suboor, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Have you got a?
do this, yeah?
Yeah, no problem. So, how are you doing today, Charles?
Very well, thank you very much.
How are you doing today, Charles?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
So, we were having a conversation earlier. You said you're an agnostic atheist?
Yes, I'm an agnostic atheist.
Okay. So, can you explain what that means?
Agnosticism is about knowing things, and I don't know everything. And atheism is a lack of belief, sufficient evidence in a God. So I fall under that.
And would you say that you believe this is a rational position?
For me, yes.
And how did you arrive at this position?
I didn't see any evidence or sufficient evidence that there is a deity or deities.
And that led you to the position that you're in now by the fact that there's a lack of evidence, you're going to the position that there is no God.
I never said there is no God. There might be a God. I just haven't had sufficient evidence to justify that there is a God.
So you're agnostic, you're not atheist. An atheist would say there's no God. You're an agnostic, you have a lack of belief in God.
And I would disagree. Atheism is about belief. Agnosticism is about knowing. So a theist believes in a God. I am opposite to that.
Sorry, we're having a one-to-one conversation.
Oh, sorry, we can't hear it.
Oh, okay, if you want to hear it, it's fine.
I don't
Okay, no problem. Sorry, could you say that last thing
So
again?
a theist believes there is a God. I am atheist. I do not have sufficient evidence that there is a God. There may be a God, but present evidence for that, and I believe it.
Okay, well, I don't really agree with that definition, but let's just ignore that. So, when it comes to say something like this tree behind us, right? And someone looking at the tree, they could infer that there's a designer, and someone like yourself would say that there's no designer. So how would you arrive at the idea that there's no designer?
Once again, I never said there was no designer, but can you show me evidence for a designer?
Okay, so would you say something like a tree, something which has a consciousness, something which has a sort of, not consciousness, a better word is a sort of ability to change to its environment, to adapt to its environment. There's like a book called The Secret Life of Trees, which shows that trees actually communicate with each other, and they have a very complex system of not only communication, but how they get nutrients from the ground and all these types of things. So you could spend a lifetime essentially studying trees. So looking at that, for me as a Muslim, I would say that's design. That's design from the Creator. As an atheist, agnostic, whatever you are, what would you call it?
I don't know.
You'd say, I don't know.
I am agnostic. I do not know how these things happen.
So would you try to justify that, or would you try to argue a particular position, or are you just going to say, I don't know?
I would investigate the best I could how these trees communicate with each other. Until I find the conclusion, I would say I don't know.
Right, but this is very different to the earlier part of the conversation. You were very keen to talk to me, right? And now you're not giving me a justification for a question I'm asking you. So I'm trying to understand why your previous enthusiasm is replaced by a bit of passive sort of behavior right now.
I'm totally enthusiastic. The honest answer I can give is I don't know.
Okay, so do you believe atheism is the right position?
Yes.
Do you believe other people should be atheist as well?
No. I believe.
No.
I believe you're allowed to believe in what you want to believe.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But here's a thing I'll put out there. I believe atheism is irrational. I believe belief in God is good. And I believe everybody else should also believe in God, which is why I try and argue for it. But you don't sound that convinced of atheism.
I'm convinced in my atheism. If you want to believe in what you want to believe, carry on.
Okay, so when it comes to, say, biological design, the design of the human body, or the design of the ecosystem, or the design of, say, anything a part of the human, like the brain, right? A brain is way more complex than, say, supercomputers, and it can generate the sort of juice to calculate certain actions which a vast network of computers can't actually do. And us as human beings, the way we can autofocus using our eyes and the various mechanisms that exist within the body, for me this cries out a designer. As an atheist, how would you explain that biological design?
I don't know.
Okay, have you tried to work out where the designers come from?
Well, you've inferred there's a design. Can you show me, demonstrate to me there's a designer behind this?
It's a simple inference from design to designer.
I say it's not. You're implying there is a design and inferring there's a designer. Demonstrate the designer.
Firstly, I'm a bit confused why you're finding it difficult that biological design means there's a designer. Firstly, let's take baby steps here. Do you agree there's design in the biosphere?
No.
So a complex system of intricate parts that work together for a purpose and actually achieve that in an efficient way, you're saying that's not design.
I'm saying they may give an appearance of design, but is it really a design?
They give an appearance of design. Explain that.
Because we are limited in our knowledge, all we can do is infer there's a design to this thing.
Okay, so there's a design. But why did you say appearance of design?
So infer that there is a design.
Right. So now let's, okay, we've agreed on something. Charles, was it?
Yes.
So Charles, so far we agreed there's design.
No, I didn't agree. It gives an appearance. And you're inferring that there is a grand designer.
Okay, so let's go back to this, go back one step. It appears to be designed. Why does it appear to be designed?
Because that's all we know. That's all our knowledge. We think that if something is intricate, there is a design to it.
So if something quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, flies like a duck, it's a duck. So if something very much is complex, intricate, works to a particular end, and we can look at things which are designed because we design watches, we design microphones or cameras. Why would we not make the same conclusion for something else? Wouldn't that be being inconsistent?
You're being consistent, but are you correct?
Because being consistent is the correct thing to do. Okay. So what I'm trying to get at is, why are you using words that people like Hitchens, people like Dawkins use, like appearance of design rather than design? I'm trying to understand your psychology.
Because, as I say, it gives an appearance, but show me the designer, show me the blueprint.
You're asking a different question to what we're dealing with right now. You're saying give me the blueprint or show me the designer. What I'm trying to get at is, why are you not going from appearance of design to design? Why don't you just call a spade a spade?
Because I can't.
What's stopping you?
The designer.
The designer's stopping you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Can you demonstrate a designer that designed the universe?
I'm using design to infer a designer.
So, is it a design? Or is it an appearance? Or does it appear to you that there is a design?
So, do you understand why I'm a bit confused about your position?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm confused also.
Well, I know you're confused, but I'm trying to understand, why are you being adamant it's an appearance of design, not design?
Because I need to see the designer.
Okay, so you're saying until you physically see the designer, you can only say it's appearance of design.
Not just physically see, but even a logical conclusion.
Yeah, and I'm giving you a logical argument. Design means designer.
Well, I'm sorry. It doesn't sit right with me.
Why doesn't it sit right with you?
It's too simplistic.
Okay, being simplistic, does that mean it's wrong?
I never said it was wrong.
But you know science works on simplicity, right? You understand that, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you deny science?
I do not deny science.
So why do you believe in something if it's too simple?
I'm appealing to scientists now. Do all scientists say that the universe has been designed?
No.
There you go. I'm with them.
Okay, so you're with the scientists.
I am with what they are saying.
Okay.
Is there a designer to the design?
Sure. So let's change the variables right now. Right now, scientists, they all don't agree the universe is designed. And you're with the scientists, okay?
Yes.
So if we go back to, say, the 17th century, or the 10th century, or the 12th or 13th, or all these centuries, for the vast majority of human history, scientists did believe that behind nature there was a designer. So if you were alive 300-400 years ago, and you were to use the criteria you're using now, you would believe in God.
Yes.
So that just shows you're a product of society.
I am.
So your beliefs and your values and your morals and your ethics and all of these things are purely arbitrary.
Yes.
I'm happy with that. Do you not realize? Do you not realize that that's not the right way to live?
According to
logic, because essentially your position is that truth is democratic.
What kind of truth? Small truth or capital T truth?
Capital T truth. Okay. Say the correspondence theory of truth. So a statement corresponds with reality. So I believe that is a tree, that is a tree, that is a truth. Okay? So do you believe truth with a capital T is democratic?
I'm unsure.
You're unsure.
Yeah.
He's giving you a mic. So what I want to try and understand is, I'm going to make a statement now. I don't think you're doing a good job selling atheism right now, because it sounds kind of like it's a belief system without any justification.
I'm not promoting atheism.
Okay, at least, even if you're not promoting atheism, as someone that's an atheist, I would say you're making atheists look bad.
And
Well, that undermines the fact that your position, well, it undermines atheism essentially.
what is my position?
Your position is that you're an agnostic or an atheist or
I'm
whatever.
an agnostic atheist.
Agnostic
and what
atheist.
position does that look like to you?
It looks like agnostic atheism.
So
What I'm saying is, your position just looks very irrational.
tell me what the rationality of it is.
There is no rationality to it.
There's no rationality.
Because according to your own admission, it's arbitrary.
Okay.
Okay. I think we can end it there. That's a good conversation. Thank you. Thank you. Did you understand anything?